Okay, okay. Well, we are ready to go. And hello, Blau. Nice to see you in here. And thank you for the subscription yesterday. Also, I really appreciate it. Um, so we finished the campaign last time, and we did a bit of farming of the cow level. And I think we'll continue to do some cow level farming, and then after a little while, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 levels, we might head into Nightmare. I think that's how we'll do it. So, let me just double check everything is okay on OBS. It looks like it. So, hello Garden Elf. Nice to see you also. And thank you also for the gifted subscription yesterday. I appreciate it. A lot of support yesterday. Okay, so we need to find Tristram. I'm not seeing any roads here. This one. Okay, I think it should be up here. Oh, that's a lot happening. Can grab the yellow also. Good. I hope you two are doing well. Assassin's Bow, Skull Cap. Well, I will, because well, it's a lot of support. Yeah, doing good, doing good. Somehow a lot of people in here already. I don't know how we got up to 6 immediately, but I appreciate it for anyone who came in. So yeah, just a bit of farming at first. I don't know why I chose to use scrolls for these, but I did. Either way, it's fine. Okay. Nothing immediately good. So it will likely be a bit, let's say, a bit of the same in the beginning. What's the gear looking like? Yeah, so I have this one. To be honest, the only thing I really care about is the +1 to cold skills and +17 life. It's decent, but it would have been better to have something that had a little more to it. But it's a good weapon overall, I think. Then we still have the double tier helm. Then we have this guy here, just giving a lot of resistances and defense. Very nice. This one. Yeah, indeed. It was even recommended to do so through the quest that you do in Act 5, and I had saved a shield for it, so yeah. It was good. This one, it's fine. It's all good. And mana and life is decent. Cold resist also quite high. As well as some mana resist, or lightning resist and mana here. That's really all I care about. Yes. And then also this one for resists pretty much. So I'm very much overcapped, I think, on resistances now. I'm definitely not lacking in any of that. We can get a bit more mana though. I think that's fine. Yeah? Okay. Maybe. Maybe. I was told by God Mode that it is a good idea to farm for a few levels at least. And maybe, if I'm lucky, a few items also. a unique immediately. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. It's not like levels do a huge amount for my damage and all of that, so it does make sense. And definitely not for survivability. Okay, I'm curious what that unique weapon will turn out to be. But yeah, immediately dropping a unique is pretty crazy. This cow level looks a bit different to what I'm used to. Okay. Nice. A grim wand, that's necro here, so I don't care so much for it. Even though when I hear wand, I feel like that's also a sorceress thing, but not in this case. Okay, a blue ring. I don't want to pick up blues actually, unless they're in a slot that I only have a blue in. Okay, an amulet could be fine. We need something a little better than what we have, I think. Yeah, that's true. I could do that. Okay, it's a free socket. Almost there, but not fully. Also, Blizzard is doing a lot of work. It's very good. Okay, I see. Yeah. In that case, it doesn't matter that much then. Dropping a lot of shields, but that's not what I need anymore. I have a good shield on me, so... Oh. I guess there was a rare enemy in there that I didn't notice. That's how well the build is doing at the moment. Assess this, I just didn't know what was, so I wanted to check it out, but it's not really anything. Okay, you can take this, and a hunter's bow also. Okay, we're getting a lot of yellows all of a sudden. Let's see if there's anything useful that we got.
Yes.
Anything good for the mercenary? Okay. I mean, not particularly. They have low defense also. And then this Skewer of Crintis. Okay, cool. So I'll just sell these. Okay. We also don't need all of these potions. I'm full on the belt, and I'm not really using any at the moment. Yeah, I'm filling up my stash quickly. Okay, let's go back in. So let's not pick up any more potions now that we know we're full. Should be fine. I am taking a lot of damage when I get hit, so I have to be careful. A giant axe and a great axe both suck at it maybe, but I don't care so much about those. Well, we can try nightmare mode after this level up, I guess, and see how that will go. I'm worried though, if I take one hit from these, it takes like 30% of my life or something like that, so I'm definitely not particularly tanky. Hidden stash, nothing interesting. Okay. How did it look back in the day? Blizzard looks so bad. It's like compared to the others, this one looks fine, right? But Blizzard is like weird. Okay, is that a spear of some kind? It is, but yeah, as you can see, I take a lot of damage when I get hit. It's not ideal. You look good with that founder's badge also, Blau. I think it's the first 25 subscribers that get the founder badge, so you're one of the few. To go manage shield and dump all stats aside from gear requirements into energy. Okay, interesting. Maiden Pike, come on, no. Yeah, so that would be probably in here somewhere, right? Energy shield, maybe? Yeah. I saw God Mode streaming also. He was playing with that as well. Yeah. That's a rune, nice. Is this a kind of spear? It is. It's still not good enough. It's very difficult to find that four-socketed one. Okay, I see. So it has to be the polearm class also. Splint mail, what is that? That's just chest armor. Okay. A lot of chests here. Okay. Emerald. This belt must be ethereal and not have sockets, right? Yeah. Yes. I don't know what's considered a pole arm over a spear at this point. I might figure out, like in terms of the base name and item, but I will figure that out, I guess, over time. I think that's pretty much it here. Got a level up at least, but not much else.
Good evening.
Identify. Let's see.
Good evening.
This is a bad bow. At least it looks to me like it is. Okay. Let's go to the stash. Let's stash some items. So let's also do the transfer, I guess. And go into Nightmare. Maybe let's use the skill point. So I'm curious what is like the best investment if I go further into Cold Mastery or just Blizzard levels. Blizzard is getting a lot of damage still per level. This is only like a 5% decrease from what it is. So I feel like Blizzard might be the right call. I'm just gonna put it in, and then if anything we have a free respec here, and we'll have another one very soon. So let's see, convert to Reign of the Warlock. Okay, once you convert, yes, you cannot play it in expansion Diablo 2 games. Sure, that's fine. Wait, I'm waiting. Yeah. Otherwise I lose what's in there, I guess. But, but I have so much stuff in here. I mean, I can get rid of that and this probably. I don't really need to hold on to a lot of these items. Oh, okay. Yes. I mean, that's not too bad. Well, let's in particular deal with these runes. What would be a good idea is to turn some of these gems into better versions. So that we have a little more space in here that we can move into. Oh. Let's see, we can also do you. Okay. Good, then we can do these also. So maybe that's enough space. Probably not for all the rooms. Can also do this one. Let's also check these. These we don't need to hold on to. Okay. Yeah, so we should be fine. Anything else? I guess we can hold on to the big guy and sell the rest. Runes can just go in, I think. That's fine. But the personal should be fine, right? That I will keep from my understanding. Yeah, okay. Good. We can also sell this bow. I mean, it's a good excuse to also clean up a bit in there because it's a mess. So. Okay. Let's do further gem upgrades also. Move this in. Okay, so that's 2 stashes cleared already. That's very nice. We'll just take all that we can. Oh, I mean to take that one. I'm curious if there are any that we can upgrade. Oh, those look very similar. Flawless. Okay, then we have a perfect. Nice. Should be able to upgrade a few into perfect then, I think. Okay. That might be it from what I see. Hello God Mode, hello. Nice to see you in here. Hope you're doing well. We're getting ready to convert our character into Reign of the Warlock. Okay, so we also have a few flawed ones. Okay. I mean, I think we have space for them all now, so... Almost. What can be... improve? Can take those. Okay. Almost there.
I can't.
And now we're good. Yeah. Yes, so the remaining things in here I don't care so much for. So all of this is what I want to keep, I guess. Like this, some of these set items I won't ever need, I'm just keeping them for completionist's sake. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. All should be good at this point. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so let's convert. And so this is correct, right? Before I make a potential mistake, all should be okay. Yeah. Good. There we are. And now there's a shadow on the shield for some reason. Okay, let's go into Nightmare also. And then we can clean this up further. Because we have the upgraded stash tabs, as you can see. Now this one is showing that things are getting added. Good. So we will just do this for a little bit. These probably stay in here because they're itemized. Oh, interesting. I can simply get in automatically if my inventory is full. Okay. Okay. And then perfect. There we have it, and let's also deposit our money. So, oh, we have a lot of pages of shared. Okay. Oh, so potions can go in here also. Nice. Rejuvenation potion, potions that is. Good. Yes. Yes, exactly. I just noticed that as well, as just in the moment that you mentioned it. So can I cube automatically from here or no? Because there is a spot for the cube. Does it have to be... Okay, I have to have it in my inventory. Yeah. But then control shift right click. Yes. Okay. Good. So that's the idea. Oh. I'm doing the wrong combination of button presses. Nice. That feels good. So for my OCD sake, I like to, if you have three of something and you combine them into one, of course then this spot gets emptied. I like to keep every spot populated. I don't know. It's just how my OCD feels. So I use this for the lower tier stuff too. Okay, I see. Yeah. Good. So now we're in Act 1 and we're kind of starting over.
Greetings, young. There is a place.
And now we have done all of these quests before. I believe there won't be any difference in the campaign, right? In the
Good day.
like story-wise and whatever else, they will all say the same thing. Yeah.
May I help you?
Okay. Good, and we're kind of ready to go. Let's see how well I remember Act 1.
Evil beware.
Evil beware. Okay. I should follow the roads here. This is the Bloodmore. Okay. Yes. Okay. No need for the cube. It's just mechanical. Yeah. Material may say something different in the end. here. How's it going with your completionist? Have you found any more uniques, God mode? None? So you're still just missing the, I think, 3, right? Well, let's pick up rejuvenation potions since we have spots for them in the stash now. Yeah, are those rare? Are they the highest tier or close to?
Oh, you should complete a...
Yes, I should stay here. Good for trade. Okay. The Den of Evil. This is where we need to be, right?
This
Yeah.
place is trouble.
Kill all monsters. The worst kind of quest in an ARPG, I think. How much damage does my Ice Blast do? Yeah, it does nothing now compared to my Blizzard. So, is there a chance I run into cold immunes in this difficulty?
Not enough mana.
Because then I might have to think about how to do other damage than cold. I guess the mercenary can. Yeah, heavily in hell, but you think so? Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not seeming so bad so far. Corpse fire might be. Should be fine. Yeah. Well, as long as the mercenary doesn't die, I guess. Because I don't think I'm doing anything but cold damage. So... And I tend to have to do boss fights completely alone without the mercenary. Beaver we don't care about. We have to be careful and make sure that we get every enemy here, so I need to go back and check a bit if I got everything. Okay, poison doesn't last that long, that's nice. Guess let's also identify some of the charms, because maybe they can give me immediate bonuses, not really. I cannot hit a thing. I wonder, 39% chance to hit. I do, but I barely use it, to be honest. I should probably start using it. I'm a little stingy on my mana. +1 skill tree, grand charms and nightmare. Okay. Just for boss. Okay, I see. Yeah. Can I teleport through the wall? I can. And thankfully the mercenary comes with me. So now I cannot go into classic, view. Classic graphics. Did I get them all? No. I'm missing 2. And where would those 2 be? Here. Nice. Okay. Good. Not
This
so bad.
cave has been purged of evil.
Let's see. So we go to Akara down here. Oh,
You have cleansed.
let's see. You're just blue. Should have maybe identified it, but it's fine. Good.
Good day. My
Okay, more Blizzard. It's starting to become very expensive in mana, but I think it's still gonna be
Yes.
worth it. Anything else here? Okay. Next to the cold plains. I need to check which places have waypoints here. So the cold plains. So there's no waypoint in this place here, the Bloodmoor. Okay, it's good to know. Okay, my Ice Blast can still one-shot something at least. Oh god. Wow, the mercenary is not doing well against those. I guess it's a rare enemy. That's maybe mostly why. Okay. But he survives, and I do too. Barely. Both of us. Okay, let's try to look for the waypoint here. Okay. Big green beasts. Thankfully not that tanky. Defender. It's probably a shield. Okay. I maybe wanna actually remove this rejuvenation potion and take a mana potion instead. Okay. She tried to warn me indeed, yes. But I did survive, that's the most important thing. Okay, that's the cave level 1. So, I don't know, is it worth to go into these side dungeons in the higher difficulty? Or should I just skip them and focus on the quests? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's the new zone, so we wanna go a bit around here. We also need it for the quest. What am I stuck on? I guess you. Oh, you're rare. Immune to fire and immune to cold. So this is one of those cases. Mercenary, get in to his space. Yeah, so those kinds of enemies we cannot even do anything to. Yeah. Yep, exactly. That, that I think was what I did, at least. So, maybe this was the right way, then. The other road. It looks like it might have been. Okay, let's just head back that way then.
Mana.
I thought those are generally zone transitions, these. But I think in this case it just isn't. Yeah, okay. Let me try to find the waypoint. I know that it's probably up there then, but I wanna find this waypoint if I can. The waypoints do seem very random though. But the portal shrine. Interesting. It's by the entrance. Okay. So, I guess up here then. Maybe. Oh. Did I just not see it on the map? Maybe I didn't. Okay. Let's head to the burial place.
There's dark magic at work here.
Let's hope our mercenary could survive in here. To the Blood Raven. That's a rune that I haven't seen before, I think. I don't think I hit my static shield. There it is. She moves so much. Mercenary can handle it though. He doesn't do a lot of damage. Neither do I, to be honest, to this person. I'm not hitting her with static field, I think.
Not enough mana.
Okay, let's just do mana potion and do more blizzard. It's taking a while here. Why is she so tanky?
Not enough mana.
Stuck in the corner, hopefully. With us, both.
Not enough mana.
It appears to be the case. No. Now she moved.
Not enough mana.
Come on. Just a little sliver left. Nice. Finally. Yeah. Well, we got her either way. Then we can go back.
I can hard.
We still don't have Deckard, but it's fine. Increased attack speed. Sounds good for the mercenary, maybe. anyone else has anything to say, it's fine. Okay, let's go to the other transition. So, that is. Stony Field. We should also find the waypoint in here. Let's also pick up some mana potions now. Yeah, so that guy, for example, died super quick. I don't know what made the Raven just so tanky and does deal so little damage. The underground passage. Yeah, but we need the trees first. Oh no, we actually don't. So there's no... Is looking for Deckard Cain later on? I guess so. Because that's in Tristram in this zone. Yeah. Yes, I realized I should look for the waypoint. But it's gonna be off the path because the path just kind of went one way. No branches. So
Not enough mana.
okay, we're already almost level 35. There it is. Nice. And where is the next one? That's in the dark wood. Okay. I think it's nice to just keep that in mind. Yeah. Yes, I just don't know how to get a hold of it. That's the big problem. I have to just rely on it, hopefully dropping at some point soon. Okay. More blizzard levels, sure. Let's also get some more mana. He's hurt. Yes. Yeah, so maybe it's just good to go back to normal difficulty and try to farm more cows for that specifically. I mean, there's also the choice of doing it on Nightmare, I guess. Yeah, I could use look for the crystal sword as well. But I also didn't want to like spend the whole stream farming, but maybe that's just something that you have to do in this game. Or maybe if I'm lucky it's just a few minutes, and that's also a possibility. And it's probably also what this game is kind of about, doing a lot of grinding and farming. Yes. Okay. There will be... I wonder why it doesn't say it in the chat. Oh well. There will be an ad break in 5 minutes. Just so you are aware, God Mode, and anyone else in here who's not subscribed. Or on Twitch Turbo. Just be aware. Okay. Let's see, so we are now in the dark wood. So there should be yet another waypoint here. We're leveling up super fast. Yeah, it's true. I also don't want to play off stream because this is like the first time playing it, and I want to kind of document like my whole experience, right? So it doesn't feel right to go and do things off stream. And I think farming and grinding is also what viewers of Diablo 2 has probably come to understand. That's how it works. Yeah. Like if they're watching Diablo 2, that's just... that's what they would expect when watching. Okay, so no waypoint. There is a path up here. Maybe there could be a waypoint. Oh. Okay, my game just froze for a few seconds, but we're back. So sometimes there is something in these houses, but not always, I guess. Yeah, sometimes it's just cozy. There is the waypoint, nice. I think that was a lucky find. So then we have to find the trees. Yeah, those hurt a lot. So I need to somehow probably find good like damage reduction stuff maybe. But what I've seen is reducing damage by 1 or 2, and I mean that's not really significant when I'm taking like 40 per hit maybe sometimes. Okay.
This ancient tree has an aura of magic about it.
Oh god. And even half of my health sometimes.
I need mine. Not enough mine.
Did he survive, mercenary? He didn't. He just died last second. Oh well, that's fine. We're going back to town anyway, I believe. Yeah. So it's not the biggest of deals.
Yes?
He is expensive to revive though.
Oh, very good.
Very good. Plus 3 to cold mastery. Yeah. Yes. Well, I survived it. The mercenary didn't. So guard mode in 20 seconds. There will be the ad break. And for anyone else also. I mean, this one seems decent, but I don't want to lose the level in. Yes. Yeah, I feel like. So I'll lose a level in Blizzard, right? But I'm okay with that, and in Shiva armor. Uh. Yeah, exactly. Yes, so it will essentially be a +2 to cold mastery. And then the mana is decent. Also taking less magic damage could be useful, I guess. Fastest ad ever. Nice. Well, it should be 3 minutes of ad break, just so you know. I don't know if more will show up. Hopefully not. But yeah. So, I don't know. I don't think it's worth it, to be honest. 3 seconds. It's probably the Twitch Turbo ad, right? Saying, oh, you should get Twitch Turbo to do whatever. To save seeing ads. Yeah, so I don't think it's worth it, but it is, like, close. Yes, Garden Elf, you're subscribed, so for you it's completely fine. You won't see ads anyhow. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I'm just gonna sell it. It's worth 30k also. That's very nice. That definitely pays for my mercenary resurrection. Okay,
Greetings.
good.
What you need?
A triple hate key. I don't even know what that means. There is the option to do some gambling, but is there anything we want to gamble for? Not really. I think our items are so good that it's so crazy unlikely that we'll find something actually better than what we have. Not that our items are amazing, but they're definitely decent. I believe so either way. Um, Interesting, so you can have multiple portals also. That's cool. One for each, like, zone maybe. Okay, so yeah, we then have to do the stones. And that would be in the cold plains. No, in the stony field, yeah. Okay, good. And we got the dark wood one, which is nice. So then we just have to find those stones. Nice, a diamond. And a mercenary level up. This XP bar is moving so fast. Am I, like, under-leveled or something? I don't know. Okay, we have to watch out for any rare enemies. Though some of them just fall over. So. Okay. So, let's look at this note. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5. Good. Easy enough.
Tristram was no match for Diablo's fury. Deckard Cain, get to the rogue camp.
Yes, well, we got him saved. So, is it then, like, worth it to go for the cow level stuff in this difficulty? Or should it just be in normal mode? Okay, you need Bale first for that, I see. So we can only do it... Yeah. We can only do it in normal mode then. Okay. But... I think... Let's go back to normal and farm some items, because... I need some way to keep this mercenary alive, to be able to survive this... difficulty, I think.
As a token of regrettably.
At the very least.
Stay a while and listen.
You have risked your life.
I've risked my life, apparently. Okay. This one, it really sucks. But when I think about it, I am very, very overcapped on resistances. Not in nightmare mode, though. Yeah, because... Okay, there is a difficulty penalty. So... But I might be able to just switch this ring out, because the +5 dex doesn't really do anything for me. And this gives me a tiny bit of magic find, mana, and magic damage reduction. I mean, it's better than using something that has no effect, pretty much, right? So... Let's at least start our next quest, and then we can go into normal mode and farm some cows again. And I believe that's all. Good. So yeah, I will equip that one in normal mode. Oh, the leg won't work. I see. I'll have to find it in normal mode. Yeah, okay. That's fine. We're stealing some away from PoE? Yeah, I mean, sure. The leaks are a little outdated at this point, right? Mostly D2 streamers going that way. Yes. Well, I will say that PoE 1 is still by far my most favorite game in existence, just so you know. But I thought that it made sense to try to play the game that was the biggest inspiration for PoE for me, because I hadn't played it before. I felt it made sense. But welcome, Joss Whedon. I hope you're doing well. And you're one of the people now taking away from PoE. You could be watching PoE instead of Diablo 2, so what is what is your reason to be here? Let's say. Okay, let's look for this leg. Joss Whedon is a name I recognize. Is it a a name for a famous person or something. I feel like I recognize the name in some way. Always a fun old game to come back to. Now all revamped and well done. Yes, I mean, I haven't even come back to it. I'm playing it for the very first time. Oh, I didn't pick up the leg, I think. It's here.
Impossible. I can't. I can't.
I cannot pick it up. Is that because I have that one in the storage then? Can I only have one at a time anywhere on this character? I see. Okay. That is confusing.
Hello.
But... and I cannot trade it either. Okay. Was a fan of the show Firefly. Was writer and creator of that. Oh, interesting. Yes, but I can drop it and then I can pick this up. Good. At least that. I'm sadly not very much into like movies and series like TV and all of that stuff. But it's interesting how I recognize the name. I wonder how it exists in my knowledge bank. Yes. It was based on his old Traveler campaign. Okay, some cow farms. Let's go. So, have you had enough of the PoE leagues, Joss Sweden? Probably more famous for Buffy the Vampire Slayer and directing and Avengers. Okay. Or Iron Man. You forgot, yeah. Yeah, these cows are something else. Some of them sound a little like Homer Simpson. Sometimes. Plate mail could be useful, potentially. And his wife. Yeah. I'm not hearing that in any of the cows, I would say. So, Joss, you might be surprised to know that Path of Exile 1 is my favorite game of all time. But I still have not played PoE 2, surprisingly. And that is something interesting about me, I guess. Oh, you actually haven't tried either, I see. The way that you said it in the beginning, it made me think that you liked Path of Exile. Okay, I see, I see. I just misinterpreted it. Okay. No problem then. Then if you haven't played them, then it doesn't make sense to share that stuff. Figured you would try PoE 2 when it was fully cooked / maybe free. Yes, I believe that it should be free when 1.0 drops, which should be in December of this year. So, and that's exactly also my plan to do. I'm surprisingly not that hyped about it. I don't really know why. The game looks great, and I'm excited to play it once it comes out. But I'm also not really in a point in my life where I feel like I can spend
Good day.
that money on a game right now. That will end up being free anyway.
Yes?
So it's kind of like, sure, I'll look forward to playing it once it comes out for free. That's it. I mean, it's not particularly good. Felt like you paid to beta test it. Yeah, Diablo 4. Yeah. It's also, they're very different games. Sure, they're both ARPG games, but it's, I don't fully know how to explain it, but Diablo 4 seems significantly more, let's say, casual friendly, which is also good for games to be, by the way. I mean, especially from the perspective of a company trying to make money, right? But PoE and PoE 2 seems just less focused on like the casual players, which I like I like that because I like the intricacies and complexity that comes in those in the Path of Exile games that have to be sacrificed in Diablo 4 to yeah, make it casual friendly, right? It's good until you don't develop a devoted fan base. If you please everyone, you don't please anyone very much. Yeah, exactly. And the thing about Diablo 2 is kind of that you can spend very little time and perfect your... Did I say Diablo 2? I did mean Diablo 4. You can spend not that long to then perfect your character, which in Path of Exile 2 there's kind of no perfection because it's like pretty much mathematically impossible that you will find the best possible gear for your character. And I like that, so there's always something to work towards, even if you've played your character for hundreds of hours. Whereas with Diablo 4, you kind of... I did play it quite a bit recently, and you have like these tiers of legendary items and unique items, but they don't feel the same way. The unique items don't feel so powerful in a way, but also do. I don't know how to explain it. And they're very set in stone, and then you have you're kind of just getting, I don't know, you're aiming for the highest numbers possible, and yeah, indeed. So that fun with Diablo 4, yeah, I agree, I did have fun with it. Oh god, I didn't mean to teleport in. I did have fun with it. I do like the gameplay, I just don't, and I like the character progression somewhat. The end game progression doesn't feel like you get enough items that are upgrades all the time. Whereas I feel like you do that more in Path of Exile, in at least Path of Exile 1. You can kind of, after, even if you've spent a lot of time on your playing your character and progressing it, you can kind of still find items quite often that will be useful for your character, or at least to sell. And that I like a lot. And then also there is constant progression. In Diablo 4 I don't like the skill tree. It's very boring to me. So it's exciting the first 30 levels, I believe, something like that, maybe 40. Then it's a little more exciting, like, but otherwise it's actually surprisingly similar to the Diablo 2 skill tree, where you select your skill, then with each skill you have a few modifications that you can make to it through the skill tree also. But otherwise you just pump points into each of them, and it just increases the damage of that skill. And that's it. It's not very exciting. It's very old school in a way. Um, and and I really find it a bit boring in that case. D3 was pretty brutally fun. Yeah. Then kept patching and it got worse. Yeah.
No.
It's just, yeah. In Path of Exile you have the passive skill tree that's, I feel, creates so much more excitement around each level that you gain. In a weird way, even if the numbers are kind of hard to digest and understand, but it feels significant each level. Whereas in Diablo 4, the levels are exciting when you start to unlock the ability modifications, but then after that there isn't really much to each level. Just putting a point into the skills that you already have that just increases the damage of each skill by, like, I don't know, 2 to 5%. That's just not that interesting. Then I don't feel like leveling matters that much past level, whatever level you get the last modification for your skills.
The Order welcomes you.
Didn't they basically retcon D3's entire story?
Hello.
Like the Nephilim, and never mentioned it in Diablo 4 or any of the D3 heroes? Maybe. Yes, sorry for the rant on Diablo 4. Oh, I don't want to reset my skill points. Hellfire was supposed to have a bunch of content cut by order of Blizzard. Team refused to cut their content. What is Hellfire? The Hellfire cut was justified. Oh, it was a Diablo 1 expansion, I see. Okay. Yes. Interesting. I'm also hoping that the game isn't particularly loud. For me, it's quite loud in my headphones and I can barely hear myself talk, but I have turned it down a bit in OBS, and I'm hoping that the game doesn't rule over my voice when there is a lot happening. So think it's, yeah, perfect. Thank you, Blau. The D3 team. Yeah. Yes. Diablo 3 was a mess. Definitely. It had some unique ideas in the beginning that was just cut also. In the sense of the auction house. Okay, I got a socketed leg. I didn't know you could get that. That's interesting. Let's see, so Tiger King.
Yes.
Just identify my things.
Good day.
Yeah. I could. But I don't even think I have that rune yet. Yes, that sounds fun. I do like those kinds of like small little made up goals just for the fun of it. That's an immediate rare. The blue gauntlets doesn't matter so much to me. Crystal sword, but almost 3,000 gold fine. That's crazy. Are you using gold for anything in the end game, or is it just something that stacks up for no real use? Is it meaningful? For gambling, I see. So just like in real life, when you have too much money to work with, then you just go and throw it all away, or at least parts of it. JG Wentworth. Yes. Okay, something's happening in the chat. I don't understand what it means, but sure. Sounds intriguing. It's battle staff. Not something I can use. Or, I mean, I could, it's for sorcerers, but it's not something I need. Yes. Yeah, and I guess that's part of what this means. It's just modifiers to zones. They increase the difficulty and level of some different zones every 30 minutes. Yeah. So we had Joss Whedon in here asking about the inspiration of their name. Maybe what are you guys' inspiration for your names on Twitch? I'm curious. Blau is unique. Garden Elf is funny and unique also in its own way. God Mode is like inspired from maybe like old school like Quake and Doom and those kinds of things, right? That's what invented God Mode, I think, those games. What does that mean, God Mode? Now is what a 4-year-old thinks a vampire sounds like, I see. So it's like a family inside joke, I'm guessing. God Mode is on Doom, yes. I thought so. I couldn't remember if it was Quake and Doom. Like, they're very similar in my head, those games. So... Yeah, that's what that is. I don't. I know it that it's by id Software, ID Software, but that's it. It's a very confusing name also. It's pronounced id, but it's ID. I don't know. Uh, okay, is this a pole arm? It is not. So I'm not looking for a spatum. I don't know how to say that. A blade is for warlock. Did some research. You need a pick between insight and spirit. Okay. That's also a spear. You won't find a 4-socket item in normal difficulty. I see. So in this case I'm simply just farming for experience, I guess. Indirectly. Yeah. Yes, and I did already use that Blau for my shield.
I need mana. I need mana. Not enough mana.
Yeah. Yes. Indeed. So, I guess my only choice is to either continue in nightmare mode,
Not enough mana.
or just farm more experience because I'm not gonna be getting anything useful item-wise except for runes maybe. Here. If I can get an ethereal 15 free non-socketed crystal sword, you're rich. Yeah.
Not enough mana. Not enough mana. I need mana. I need mana.
Well,
Not enough
maybe then I guess we just go back to nightmare and hope that we will be fine. We will survive. And that's it. We can also socket a weapon with a random amount of sockets with a cube recipe. Aha! And is that a recipe I have access to? Aha. So still it's quite expensive. And I don't think I have the other rune necessary for it. Yeah.
Stay a while and listen.
The Order welcomes you.
All resistances +5. So I don't really need cast rate on this character, I would say, because I'm just doing... I don't think it affects the casting delay of Blizzard. If I was to take this off, for example. Yeah, so I could get damage reduction and all resists. Oh, no one did. I just decided to do it myself. No one was here to stop me. Mm-hmm. Oh, 15 to 20, that's a lot. One of each perfect gem plus any magic item. Magic amulet. Okay. So still quite expensive. And then I'm guessing it's each of the colored gems, so not a skull and not a diamond in that case. It's a 50% chance. Okay, diamond is included. Interesting. Okay. I mean, is there a reason why I'm keeping these jewels? This one could maybe be good for a melee character. Otherwise, the remaining ones are not particularly good, I would say. So I think we can sell a little bit. Let's keep the resists. This one feels useless completely. Sure, I can sell those. There is some item crafting recipes for jewels. Okay, I see. So I'll just keep them in that case because I don't know what would be good to keep. But yeah, I'll keep you also. You are the worst amulet that I've ever seen. I also don't feel like there's much of a reason to keep all of those keys, but I'm doing it anyway. Let's fill up the books. And I guess we will just try to survive Nightmare. See how it goes. I mean, so far it didn't cause many issues. Bloodraven was a bit tough, but not unkillable. So, I think we can just continue. Nightmare, Andy, and Duriel, and Dariel, yes, can drop Stones of Jordan. Widely regarded as the best ring in the game. Okay. And how likely is that to drop? That is the question. Yeah. She's the place to go, but probably unlikely. Okay. Well, we'll just continue to try out the nightmare difficulty for now. Um, so I'm guessing this is the Horadric Cube quest, and God Mode, you mentioned that that quest will not be happening in nightmare mode, so we're probably skipping it like that. Okay, so we have to go to the monastery barracks. Countess. Okay, so we want to go to the Black Marsh. Sure. We'll get that XP bar moving. And my health bar moving as well. Oh god. Why is my potions... Why are my potions all out of whack now? There's a shaman down there. 2 shamans even. Okay, good. Let's fix this situation with the potions. So we can take healing potions. That's fine. Okay, good. And we're full again. Nice. Is this the Black Marsh? Perfect. So let's look for the waypoint here. Oh god. Yeah, I definitely have to be careful about getting hit. That's the tower. So we could go in there and get the Countess, probably. I mean, damage definitely still seems good on our side. That is a positive. There's so much stuff dropping all over the place, also. So, maybe we just try to do the Countess.
This place holds many secrets.
I want to find the waypoint first, though. So that it's easy to get back here. I'm pretty certain I didn't yet. I mean, counters for levels and runes would probably be more productive than normal cows. Okay. Yes, that's true. Okay. That could make sense. That's the next zone, so let's not go in there. Careful of those whelps. They're dangerous. Okay. see if we can find this waypoint though. Yes, they're not particularly nice. Please, waypoint show up somewhere. Let's take this well. Then maybe it'll be over here. Am I just not seeing it? I feel like I've kind of been everywhere at this point. Oh, but not here. Good. I don't like those whelps at all. Let's do a bit of counts as farming then. Let's see how that goes. Okay, and we did this before. I kind of remember the layout, I think, when we get to the final floor. This looks dangerous. I'll like to avoid that pentagram if I can. Mana is surprising. Okay, not anything useful here. And I believe it's level 5 that has a set layout. Once we get there, taking a lot of damage. So be careful of potions. Oh, that is a set ring. Interesting. Is that a pole arm? It's also a spear. Oh god. They hit hard sometimes. The mercenary is doing well to survive though. Okay. Good, and then it's level 5, and that's where we go into... Not that one, that's kind of a treasure room. also here. Was it the far once every time, or I cannot remember, maybe it is. Oh, I also forgot to put my better ring. I should do that for this difficulty. The far doors, yeah. Balanced knife. Let's go in, and there she is. Oh god, mercenary died immediately. But she also died fairly quickly. Okay. Yeah, nothing interesting.
Find only such
Good. We made it. Double Ort rune. Not that interesting.
your reward.
Good day.
Hello.
Angelic set. Does it have good set bonuses? I have 3 of them, but I don't think it's likely that I'll be able to equip the other items. Okay, let's remember to equip our better ring for this difficulty. Yeah, that's better for resists. Basically just magic find, yeah. Okay, good. Let's go out and back in. Okay, and just do a bit of countess for a while. Was it in the Black Marsh? Now I don't remember. Or the Darkwood. I think Black Marsh. Yeah, I'm pretty certain. Okay, Blizzard. Still significant damage upgrade. Okay. How much does 1 point of vitality give me? In terms of life? Because I might want to add a few points. Okay, so 2 per point. Okay. That's a rare guy. So tower was next to you before, but it's not this time. Oh god. Some of those explode on death for so much damage. Staff. We are full on potions, so we don't care about picking any up. So the tower must be somewhere here. Because this is the edge. Now I'm confused. Where could it be? Oh, the other side of the river is part of the same zone. I see. It's not a zone border. Oh, I just got sent back in time. There will be an ad break in 4.5 minutes now also. Just to let you guys know. Okay, but this is a new zone. Okay. I feel like I'm exploring the full zone. And the tower will be the only point that I haven't been to, pretty much. Yeah. Okay.
Not enough mana.
You can come into my blizzard, nice. That one died immediately, so sometimes it one-shots. Which is a good sign, but maybe they're just very weak enemies.
Not enough mana.
He survived mercenary. Will you? Yes. Just about. Maybe. No, he didn't. Oh god, and will I? Let's go back immediately. Okay.
Hello.
It's so difficult. I have to keep an eye in every corner of the screen. I cannot be everywhere at once with my eyes. Sometimes I wish I was completely cross-eyed so that I could. But I wonder what did so much damage to him after that rare was dead. Okay, let's get some more healing potions. And now we're full again.
I need mana.
We should pick up a mana potion. Oh! That's exactly what I need, yes. Yeah, I thought it was crystal swords, yes. Lucky guy. Hopefully I'll have the same luck soon. What level is the mercenary? 37? Nice. Okay, ad break now in 30 seconds. Yes. 5 socket, I didn't even know that existed. Okay, that's final level. So let's try to weaken this time around. So many things dropping here. Okay, what about a belt? Because this one is not particularly strong. We might be able to find a blue belt that's better than it. God. Yeah, mercenary will just die to the counters every time, I think. That's how it'll be. Second ad again. Okay, lovely. Those are the best kinds of ads then. So, a regular crystal sword, that's all we can find. Oh god. You love ads. Where am I going?
Greetings.
See, maybe this one would be good for the mercenary. I don't think so.
The sisterhood welcomes you.
But he has his 33 to 64. I mean, sure, this has like elemental damage. It has a slightly higher high end, but a significantly lower low end. So I like more consistent damage than hitting hard like every now and then.
Yes?
Don't want to reset my skills. Okay, so is there a reason I would keep this crystal sword? I could keep it until Act 5. Yeah. Okay, good. So that's yet another contest done. We'll go back. It's from Nightmare, yeah. Okay. Let's try to find this tower a little easier this time, maybe. There was a gem that dropped. Okay, in Nightmare mode it's fully guaranteed that it will be a 4-socket then. Nice. As long as the item is from Nightmare, yeah. Hopefully by that point I should have found one already, but who knows. Luck might not be on my side. Okay, so be careful of this big guy. Nice, and that's a level up. Just keep putting it into Blizzard. I'm surprised how rarely you find gear upgrades in the game. It's it's very unlikely that you find something good, it feels like. Hello, hello in the YouTube chat. Hope you're doing well.
I need mana.
One mana potion here. A tome, is that like an offhand thing or what? It's for warlocks, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Doing all well. So, God mode, are you working on the final unique still? No, you said that you were looking for a 5-socket. What are you looking for? In terms of that, what does that allow you to do? Yes, hello glue. Five socket to make a call to arms. And is that like a best in slot piece of equipment for your character? The game has been good. Did some cows earlier, now I'm doing some countesses for better items and some runes. Allows you to use barbarian skill to double my life and mana. Nice. That sounds very strong. What is a cow? Well, there is a cow level in the game. And where it's kind of a secret of the game that is now actually being used regularly to get good items in the game. So since the game is over 20 years old, it's no longer really a secret and people found ways to make great use of it. Compendium. That must also be a warlock offhand, probably. It is an animal. It is the animal. It is cows, but they're standing on 2 legs and have spears and axes trying to attack you. And they sound like Homer Simpson. It was a jokey parody secret that they added to the game back in the day. What's the point of the game? It is to build your character and become strong and beat Diablo and beat Baal maybe is the actual name in what, like religion, I guess. And yeah, just get as strong as possible and defeat hell You don't eat the cows, no. You just have to deal with them. They are out to eat you, though.
I need mana. I need mana. I need mana.
Okay, mercenary is doing fine. He will survive here, I think. Yeah, good. It shows 18 plus. Yeah, it is. It is an 18 plus game. So, yes, it's not intended for children to come in and watch and to play the game. It has a very dark tone and setting, so that's how it is. Yeah, you played it as a child, so did a lot of my friends actually back in the day, so yeah. But I mean, it's up to the parents to allow that or not, right? It's not necessarily like breaking the rules or breaking laws. It's just, yeah. It's just that. Yeah, it's going super well. We have 9 people in here right now, surprisingly. I don't know what's happening, but welcome in, everybody. And also, Bahamut, if you're also in here since last stream, just lurking around. Thank you also for sharing back then. And I hope that you're doing well. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, a surprising amount of people right now. My parents didn't allow me. Well, they would have allowed me. I just
Good day.
wasn't into these kinds of games back in the day, I think. I saw one of my best friends playing it. I thought it looked kind of cool, but I wasn't particularly interested in it. And then later in my life, I found out that my favorite game, Path of Exile, existed, and I started playing that. And then I realized, wait, this is actually a kind of game that I like a lot. So then I just thought that when starting streaming, I thought it makes sense to play the original inspiration for Path of Exile. So back when computer cafes were fun. I have never been to a cafe. I grew up in a tiny town, so like an internet cafe and stuff like that just didn't exist where I grew up, sadly. Bro was too busy chasing girls. Oh, no, definitely not. I don't think you know me very well. Definitely not the case. 11 people now, yeah.
Okay.
It just keeps growing. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I hope you're enjoying. I can definitely say I wasn't chasing girls. I was possibly the most shy individual back then that you could imagine. That would have been me. So, no chasing of girls back then. Yes, I am completely sure. Very, very sure even. So, a lot has changed. I started feeling more confident and better about myself and all of that. That doesn't mean that I was chasing girls, definitely not. Later in life. But it does mean that I feel more comfortable talking and all of that stuff. And well, I do like having a social life. I was just scared to talk to people. That was it. Pretty much. But I always had good friends. Even then. Yes, indeed. Bebo page was not shy at all. I don't even know what a Bebo is. Bebo, I don't know. We had Facebook here, but that was also very shy, I would say. 80% of your friends were girls in the back in the day, yeah. Well, I can tell you that that was not the case for me. That was more like 0%. So
I need mana. I need mana. Not enough mana.
oh. Yes and no. What does that mean? To certain people, maybe?
I need mana. Not enough mana.
Yes. You were friends, so it wasn't considered flirting. Yeah. I see. Oh, that hurt. So we need the mana potions now. There are so many of these little guys. That's a level up, nice. So yeah, I can definitely say my parents would have allowed me to play this game because I was playing games like GTA also and stuff like that back in those days. So I don't think it's about the game. I don't think it's about them not allowing me, at least. 6 girls, 2 to 3 guys. What could go wrong? Sounds a little like the amount of kids that you have also. Normally every month one of the girls is home. Yeah, it's nice. Oh. It's always something that I wanted, at least, right? That kind of experience. But I was too shy to pursue it back then. A little jealous of my other friends who did have that. Or at least a similar thing.
I need mana.
They were
I
like
need
your
mana.
aunties. Actual aunties, or
I need mana.
is
mana.
New Zealand a little similar to Iceland in that case? Where you kind of have to check if you're related or not. Yeah. Oh god. It's very funny. I had an Icelandic friend who was like, who told me something completely unimaginable, which is in Iceland you have an app to check if the people that you're going on dates with, if you're related to those people, because there are so few people in Iceland that it's quite easy to run into and end up dating people that you're related to. It's a little mad. And so there has probably been a lot of probably unintentional incestuous relationships in Iceland. Okay, so sometimes it doesn't have a river here. That's interesting. Yeah. Most knew each other. None of them were related by blood, though. Yes, okay. It is a bit hilarious, but also a bit crazy at the same time. I haven't had a sleepover like that, no. Only at guy friends' homes where it was only guys ever. That's it. That's the extent of it.
Not enough mark.
Another amulet. Oh god.
I need mark.
Hit hard. Parents are very strict nowadays. Maybe. I just don't know any parents, I guess. But I mean, I see some of that at least. I do know that my parents were not strict at all, but I also didn't grow up in like a big town or city slash capital. So I think life in such places is probably significantly different than in bigger cities, at least. But I'm not sure. Yeah, they were. I guess it probably also depends a little on the age where you experience that. You'd never allow such a thing for your daughters. Yeah. But I'm not sure if it's something that you always have the option to allow, right? Sometimes they might just sneak out or do something without your knowledge. But I'm guessing you're far from being at that point with your kids either way, right? $15, $16 at the time. Unless you keep them on a chain at home, yeah. But I think it's, in a weird way, like valuable life experience, if that makes sense. Oh, I didn't see that earlier. I could have been way faster here. It's fine though. Oh, I don't garden elf. I'll be very fine without that, I think.
Not enough
I
money.
don't think I could do that. I don't even think I could do one, to be honest. So mercenary is already dead. It's crazy. Okay, that's at least the countess. Burnt text, is that also, that's also warlock. That's yeah, it is expensive raising kids for sure. Hopefully, I mean, New Zealand is a decent country, right? Like in a pretty decent state economically, so you should be at least, you should have at least some decent benefits from it, but yeah, definitely expensive. It's in a shit state. Okay,
Good day.
damn. I see. Well, I hope that it gets better then. I'm surprised. I've always seen New Zealand, or thought of New Zealand as almost like a paradise where everything is amazing. At least you have beautiful nature. That much I know. Butter is like, yeah, I'm guessing $7 to $8, maybe, or 6 to 8. Yeah, exactly. I guess it's just globally prices at least are bad. I've almost completely stopped eating meat because if I decide that I want to add meat to my dishes, I have to pay 3 times the price for what I eat, and that sucks. But, and I'm guessing that's 6 to 8. Is that New Zealand dollars or what? What would that be in American if that's the case, or in euro? Euro and American dollars are the same at this point, so either or works. For USD. Okay. I mean, that doesn't sound so bad to me, but I also come from the most expensive, or maybe the second or third most expensive country in the world, from what I understand. So, yeah. But if there is a sale on butter, you can get some for like 1.5 euros here, 1.5 USD. But otherwise, you also get up towards the 4 USD point. What's the average salary? I would say the average salary, I don't know the exact statistics, but what I can say is that for a full-time job, um, people will be earning at least. I have to convert this in my head. People will be earning at least 20,000 of our local currency. Oh, I need to rest my mercenary. Um, and that will be around, let's say,
Greetings.
ugh, I my head is not very active right now. Let me just do it online in Google. Yeah, so that would be around 2,700 before taxes as a salary. Then the tax rate is very high. You will expect to pay around like 45% of that. So that would be like uh, that would be 1,215 euros. But that's like what people start earning as a full-time job when they're done studying, and that is like the base minimum. Like even if you work full-time in McDonald's, that's what you will be earning, pretty much. Um, no real education required for that amount of money. For a product developer and
Yes?
programmer, yeah, around there. So you're paying like municipal taxes are like 37% in the capital, and then you pay an additional 8% also. They're not fully added on top of each other, it's a bit complicated. And then also um, you also have a certain amount that is tax free as well. So it becomes very complicated to say what people actually earn after taxes, because it depends on how far you travel for work and where you live in the country, if you have any loans and all of that stuff. So you cannot really uh, like generalize it. This seems like a very nice piece of armor. Yeah, we'll add that to him. I think
I'll put that to good use.
the Nova can be useful also. Yeah. That is barely anything. Like what would it be here? Let's see. So for a programmer, like the average programmer here earns 35 to 45,000 per month after taxes. So let's just go for the minimum. That would be 4,600, 4,700, let's say, euros per month. Weekly rent. That is crazy. I have not heard of that before. That's insane. Wow. Okay. I have not heard of such a thing before.
Good day.
That's 10k here per month. Yeah. It's crazy. And then that amount per week also, it's a huge amount. Yeah. Just watched a video on the Australian house crisis. I think, to be fair, most places in the world are experiencing a housing crisis at the moment. It's crazy and insanely expensive everywhere. Yeah, definitely. I decided to do a little bit of research myself, right? And it's quite interesting. So I was looking at like apartment prices if you were to buy an apartment in the capital, for example. And I was looking at some beautiful, nice, big apartments. 20 years ago, they were like, let's see, around 500,000 to a million Danish crowns. So let's say 700, or that would be like. Wait, now I'm confused. Now I'm confusing myself. That would be around 150,000 euros, right? Or USD. And then now, 20 years later, they are now 10 to 20 million Danish crowns. So they have risen by 20 to 30 times the prices in 20 years. And that is everything. Every single place in and around the capital that I could see that was available here right now. It's insanity. And then, for example, my childhood home also, it was bought for 500,000 back in the day. And it was, that was, what, in 1997, I think it was bought for 500,000 in my local currency. So that's around like 75,000 euros or dollars. And then it was sold like 5 or so years ago for 1.5 to 2 million. And now it's worth 2.5 to 3 million. And that's just in like 20 to 30 years or so. It's absolutely crazy. So that is also even very, very far outside of central Denmark. It's still risen by like 5 times. It's insanity. So it's crazy stuff. You can get a nice apartment for 1.5 million USD in the city. Lucky. Yes. Probably 50 square meters. Well, back in the day, they were nice and big for like 500,000, or not even 500,000 USD, but 500,000 Danish. And now it's completely different. It sucks. It sucks. Yeah. So the people who invested in Copenhagen, the capital, they are very lucky these days. In that sense. You export most of your produce and pay more than the foreign buyers. Wow. Yeah. Rates would be crazy though. I wish I could buy a house. I am uncertain if I will ever be in a financial position where I can ever buy a house in my life, though. That I don't know. to be honest. I am nowhere close to that in my current life situation. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know what will happen. I don't know how prices will look in the future. I don't know how my financial situation will look in the future. I can only hope that prices of homes will go down and that my financial situation improves. That's it. Yes. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. People will start just completely depending on inheritance or just be in a good financial position where they turn out rich and be able to buy a home. But that is of course not the majority of the population at all. So I don't really know. What I can say is that it's a big topic right now, house prices, but it is everywhere, and at least it's getting some attention. But also, we just had a new government that decided that the people who are rich should pay less taxes here, so that is not a good sign, generally, for having some equality in classes, I would say. So we'll just see. We'll just see. Yeah, the rich people who don't have financial issues in life, it was decided that they should now be paying less taxes, and the rest should stay as it is. But what I mean by that is that they're not paying less taxes than the people who are earning less, but they're paying less taxes than they are currently. That's how it works, because you pay more taxes, higher percentage of taxes, if you earn significantly more already. And it was decided that that rate has to go a little bit down for these people that are earning a lot. So they will still be paying more taxes than, for example, I am, like percentage-wise, but they will start paying a lesser percentage than they were previously. So, yeah, what is the point? Yeah, exactly. It's like, it doesn't really matter in this case, because these people will have more than enough to live a fulfilling life with the money that they earn anyway, even at higher tax rates. And I think it matters more to give other people the chance to live a decent life instead of giving them more chance to invest in other things instead with that money that they will be saving. So it's just creating more disparity between the people who earn less and earn more, and that's never a good sign. But, I mean, it's what the Danish people voted for also, so I cannot say... It's just how it is. People voted for it. People want to pay less taxes, generally here. And I guess there are a lot of people also who earn a lot of money, who also wants to pay less taxes. And so, you have people voting for that stuff, the general population. So, it's just how it is. Yeah, I mean, people generally like the government. There is a lot of trust, definitely. But, like any government, there are bad decisions that are being made, but for some people this is also a good decision. I can say that I personally don't think it's a good decision, because I think it just creates more disparity between the classes, but at the end of the day, who am I? I'm just a single person, right? Like, it's at the end of the day, the majority voted for this to happen, and so the majority wanted this. Nice. Mercenary didn't die this time. Amazing stuff. To some extent it is, but
Stay a while and listen.
it is voted between the government, but at the same time, people knew that with this government it would become more capitalistic and less socialist. And so, at the end of the day, people were aware that this would happen and people want to pay less taxes. Or at least something like this could have happened. So, and that's what people voted for. So, either way, sure, it's something that the government votes on, but also the general population voted this government in. So, yeah. I mean, generally, Blau, I don't think people are thinking that far ahead. I think simply people are thinking that so much of my salary is going towards the government, I want more of it for myself. That's kind of it. And so, I really don't think that America and so on is fought much behind that. And I don't think there is a much deeper reason than just people wanting more money for themselves, and that's it. In general, I think taxes are going to decent places here where I live, and I'm happy with paying the amount of taxes that I am, because it does a lot for my especially current situation in life. So, and I've even had surgery earlier in life. I am currently on unemployment benefits, right? Like, all of this, my surgery was completely free. No money was ever paid, both for my medication and for the process of surgery itself, including full anesthesia and all of that. And yeah, like, I'm happy that I can be at least in a place where I don't have to worry that I have to go through a surgery and have to worry for the rest of my life about finances because of this surgery. What are the benefits like here? Yeah, so as I've just alluded to, well, complete freedom. It's completely free to go and get checked by doctors. It's completely free to have surgery and go through some kind of medical process. What might cost something sometimes are pills, and that's it. They can be a bit expensive, but that's fine. I find the quality to be completely fine as well. I even got my surgery done in a private hospital because there are additional benefits if the waiting time is very long to go through surgery, and for me it was like many months in the future, it was stated it if the waiting time is more than a month, then I can have it done through private means for free also, and then it would be done faster. So that's an additional benefit as well on top of that whole thing. Then unemployment benefits they have become a lot worse over the past 2 years, but only for people who are newly educated. Otherwise, I'm actually in a good position with unemployment benefits, and I am very much capable of living financially as it is, and saving a bit of money every month still with these benefits. And yeah, what else? What else is there even? There is education is free. You even get paid to educate yourself. So throughout university, I got like not a lot of money, but the only thing I had to pay for was transportation to school, to and from school, and books. That's it. And maybe subscriptions for Word, but I didn't use that. I just used Google Docs and whatever else was free. So I get like a little bit, like around 1,000 euros per month before taxes from just studying university, or high school, for that matter, if you're 18 and above. Yes. Let's see, what else? There's good job security in a way. You have... but that's kind of an insurance, I guess. But you can pay like a tiny monthly fee of around 10 euros to have that's a workers' union, I guess. Look at whatever could... look at your contracts and talk about your employment status and some problems at work. For example, I used that quite a bit while I was working because I was being mistreated a lot. And so they can handle law and all of that for you in those cases. Very nice and useful. Yes. I really don't want to move. No, I like Denmark a lot. And I think Denmark is still in one of the best positions in all of Europe and maybe even all of the world, both financially and in terms of benefits and whatever else, even if we pay massive taxes. I like Denmark, I like most of the things around it, so my plan is definitely to stay here for the rest of my life and grow old here. Yeah, well,
Hello.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's what I experienced. There are probably a lot of other benefits as well. Like, I have 2 years of unemployment benefits at this point, which I think is good. And it's very much capable of making me sustain myself as well at the amount that I receive. I think also just being paid to educate yourself is good. as well. No, not at all, because it's not a possibility in her situation. You need to
Yes.
be studying, so it's a bit complicated. To be able to earn unemployment benefits in Denmark, you have to have Danish at a certain level. You also have to either be in an education, finishing your education, and then within 14 days of finishing your education, apply for unemployment benefits. But still, a requirement for you to be able to get that is Danish at a certain level. So that is a requirement. Otherwise, you have to be working for, I believe, 2 years straight at the same company, or at least on the same contract. And then also, you're capable of getting on unemployment benefits once you lose your job. Um, Otherwise, there is the option of doing education in Denmark. So you can come to Denmark, educate yourself, and you can... Did I say Danish blood? I meant Danish language, at least. And you have the option of educating yourself in Denmark, and then also getting paid, but you have to be working a certain amount of hours per week or per month to get paid that same benefit that Danes are. So Danish people, Danish citizens, don't have to work to receive that money. Foreign people from at least the EU, it's a requirement for them to work, I believe, somewhere between 10 and 20 weeks, or 10 and 20 hours per month, to be allowed to receive that same money that Danish people are receiving. Yeah. So that is kind of how it works. Of course, benefits and all of that are better for Danish people. That's just how it is, Danish citizens. Of course, that's kind of how you would expect it to be. Uh, she cannot apply at the moment, no. So yeah, because if everything was the same for citizens and foreign people, of course, then everyone would just be flooding to the country, right? So exactly, and I even know a few people who did that. Still, so there are some benefits for non-EU, but it's particularly in countries in war and the Middle East, in particular. Also, by the way, God mode, there is an ad in 1 minute from now. Just so you know, a 3-minute ad break. So yeah, there are benefits from people coming in from war-torn countries as well, and countries in a very bad state. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Uh, some benefits here are better than full-time workers' salaries. Yeah, to be honest, what I receive in benefits is also more than like an uneducated full-time position would be typically. But that's also because I had an educated position before this, and because I was earning a certain amount of money in that position, I now also earn more from my unemployment benefits to at least help me sustain the life that I was living on that salary. That's kind of how that works. Because if someone loses their job and on the unemployment benefits you go all the way down to like losing 70 to 80% of what you were earning before, well, then you might have to sell your home, or you might have to find a new place to rent and all of that. And that is something that should be avoided if possible, right? And that's how they kind of make that happen, is the more you earned on as your salary, the more benefits you will receive up to a certain amount. I am receiving the maximum at this point, so I cannot go higher than I am. But yeah, it's good. Also, it's funny, and you might know this because you have Danish relatives, God mode, but the capital island of Denmark is called Zealand, spelled the exact same way, even though it's very confusing because New Zealand was colonized by the Netherlands or Holland, I don't know exactly, and the reason why it's called New Zealand is because it was from colonizers from Zealand, I guess. But actually, the capital island of Denmark is also called Zealand, so it's quite an interesting little fact. It's not named after each other, New Zealand and Zealand, weirdly, but yeah. No, it is spelled the exact same way. And that is in English. So in Danish, it's a different thing. In Danish, it's this. But when you translate it to English, it becomes this. So yeah, it's very interesting. And in God mode, why you might think that it might have been S is because I have Danish people struggle pronouncing the Z, so it sounds more like an S when I pronounce the S. That's just how it is. Part of my language barrier. Yeah, interesting. I actually didn't know that. So does that come through the like ancient native languages of New Zealand, or what? Yeah. Yeah. From the native language. Was there only one native language? I could imagine that it was filled with them, but maybe Maori? Yeah. I always found that part of the world fascinating. Because it's so isolated. Your ancestors fought against England, yeah.
Not enough mana.
It's interesting because Denmark is just a place that has kind of always existed. It's a bit boring in that sense. And we were colonizers ourselves, pretty much.
I need mana.
Even though colonization comes with a lot of atrocity also, it's very fascinating for me. colonization history. Oh, history major, nice. Yes. These barrels are in the way. Teacher Blau. Shifu. Master Shifu. Good old red panda. Yes. I see. What's happening in this room? Let's take some healing potions. That was a mana potion. Don't want you. God. That or philosophy, which was my minor. Nice. It's apparently the classic pre-law. Interesting. Yeah, I could imagine it's quite difficult to find work within history and such. And philosophy as well. Wow, level 41? I'm surprised. It is definitely great experience to go there.
Greetings.
The Order welcomes you.
Yeah. But what would be your preferred work within this topic, let's say? Yeah, in history, I guess. Yeah, I mean it's fine. It's fine. It's all good. I like having people to chat to. Um, so and about different topics. It's good. And also seeing other people chat together, I think is nice. A museum curator. Interesting. Plan was to never work in that field, yeah. What kind of history would you most want to work with? Because, of course, history is also a very wide topic. Classics or modern warfare? Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. I'll check that out. God knows.
Not enough mana.
No rune this time, I think. Oh, he's here. Definitely. Okay, good. Yeah. Yes, I heard about it before.
Good day.
It's tough. Any new runes? I actually haven't checked. I've kind of been zoning out a little, just talking here in the chat. So I don't even know, to be honest, what I've gotten. Let's see. We can check it out together. I think they're all the same, or copies. No, I got this one. Then no soul. So I could do the 4-socket thing. Roll a chance on it. Ral tier Talsol for insight. Yeah. So I'm just missing the soul. Is it this one or is it any other ones? Because I might be able to craft up to it. I don't think so, but maybe. We'll be going soon, yes. I will also have to finish the stream here soon, so. It's a snake looking one that I'm missing. Yeah, so this one. But so is that the ideal one that I would want insight, or is it something else? Oh, it's for the mercenary, I see. Yes, okay. Nice. Okay, but I cannot do that here now, it seems. But good to know. But then, do I have what I need for the crystal sword? God mode, you mentioned that I could make the 4-socketed one now. And how would I do that? Can I even do it in here? I can. Yes. But I can probably... I don't have to do both at once, right? I can do at least one of them now. Maybe. Oh, I see. Yes, so it's not for both of them. It's to... I need this one to do it. Okay. But I should be able to craft another one. So let's say, like, I could turn these into Ral and then 2 Rals into 2 yeah, 2 Orts then from the Rals. Then no, it won't be enough, I think. But yeah, okay. I see. So there's still a bit to do in terms of farming the countess. But yeah, I think I will leave it here because we have been streaming for quite a while. So Ral perf. Yeah, it was good. We didn't make so much progress in the act, but we got to a point where we could start farming some runes and some items, so that's quite good. Let us try to find someone to raid. Thank you everyone for coming here today. It was very fun. I liked all of the chats also. It was super engaging and exciting. And well, maybe you can bring some of that engagement to someone else also, if you find it enjoyable. There's another person doing hardcore ladder. That sounds interesting. The game sound is very high, and I'm not hearing a microphone. I want to at least find someone with a microphone, so he's definitely a pro, yes. What about this one? A paladin ladder. Do you have a microphone? You do. There is a microphone thing. Okay, let's go there then. And I'll see you in that chat. Have a great one. Great rest of your day. And enjoy yourselves. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it all today. It was very fun. Okay, see you in there. And yes, bring it to them. Goodbye, Garden Elf. See you around. Okay, let's see.